Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So now, what we are going to discuss today is like any questions like from yesterday's call, like how we can add the components in SXA, how we can use the experience editor. Any questions in that?
Not from my side.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So like today, what we are going to do is we are going to create a page in headless, okay, by adding few components. And one more thing, like every page, like this is a layout service. Like I think we already aware about this. We discussed earlier, but for you, so in headless we have a layout service, but it will give us a JSON. Okay, in JSON we have all the information of our website. So what is the like URL in URL we need to pass item ID. So right now I have passed this item ID of my home page and a API key. So by passing these two parameters, you will be able to get all the details of your home item, or you can pass any item. So if you see, like, it will give you the name of item like home, display name is home, and whatever fields are present, like title is present, content field is present, navigation title. So what page design is selected on that home page, and like placeholders, like we have three placeholders in headless, like header placeholder, what components are added in header placeholder, a container is added. So all these details you will be able to see in the layout service. You right now you see that there are a lot of details are present because if I run my website, hmm, so this is a website like which we have created in headless. So because of this home page, it is giving us a lot of information, like all details of all the components. Today, what we are going to do is, so let's start from scratch. Okay. In partial designs. So we are going to create a new header and footer now. So, and we'll create a new page. And let me give it a name as new header. Now open it in Experience Editor. So now in Experience Editor, we have three sections: header, main, and footer. So now as we created a header, we are going to create a header partial design. So let's add the components in the header section. If I click on add here, you see like these are the only out-of-box components in headless which we are getting. So in page structure, we are having container, and then we have these components like a rich text, a custom rich text I have created, but yeah, by default we are getting this rich text, title, promo, and page content. Then we have a navigation, like linked list component we are having out of box, navigation component, and the image component. So these are only 5 to 10 components which we are getting out of box in headless. Other than that, like if we need to create if we have any other requirement, we need to create a custom component in that scenario, or we can create the variants of existing ones as well. Now, so let's start from the existing components. If we have to create a header, so firstly we need to put a container. Okay. So now, so we need to divide this header in 3 or 4 parts. So what we can do is click on more, edit component properties. So we need to edit the properties of this container. So instead of 12, use it as a 2 for now. So if I set the width as 2, now it this is like a placeholder which I can use to add a logo on my header. Now I need this place as well to insert navigation and contact us have any other button over here. So what we need to do is so click on this tree icon. Now this is a container. Now click again on this tree icon. Now this placeholder is header. So now click on add here. Add one more container. So it is added a row below because by default it is having 12 width, but the 12 width is not available in the top row. So it is added in the next row. So now click on tree again, edit component properties. Now use it as 8. Click OK. So after setting it as 8, it is automatically moved up. So now we have 2 here, 8 here, and 2 still. We can add one more container. So click on this tree again. So now you see like we are on header. So this is the name of a placeholder or the component, you can say that. So click on add here. So there you see like multiple add hairs are there. So if I click on this add here, it will add after this container. But if I want to add before this container, then I need to click here, add here. Then it will add a new container before this container. So like based on the location, we can add. So if I click on add here and add a new container, now edit the component properties, select it as 2, click on OK. Yeah, so now you see like we have this placeholders ready, a kind of a structure ready to add the components. Now click on add here, and on media we have option to add image. So select this image component. Now on now we have an option like this is the image to choose an image. So we can choose image from here directly. Select. Okay. So we have added a logo now. Okay. Now in this placeholder, let's add a navigation. We click on this navigation, insert. So by default, it is not looking correctly. So we need to edit the component properties. So here we need to set some parameters like we want to use the horizontal or vertical. Like right now it is coming in a vertical row. So we want to make it horizontal. So we want like home, then about us in a single row. So we can check this checkbox and start page type. Like if I want my navigation to be start with this item or with this item, so we can have an option of that as well. So if I choose this, it will consider all the pages under this home node. Now navigation filter. So we are creating main navigation. So select main navigation in this filter. Then we don't want to include the root page. If we include the root page, it will add home 2 times because in our list you see home item is already there, but we don't want to include this page. So simply click OK. Okay, so now it's coming correctly. Now we have another placeholder. So we can add any button or anything in this. So to do that right now, what we can use is we can for simple thing we can use rich text for now. Okay, and save this. Yep. So this partial design has been saved. If I refresh this now, so you see like we have this structure created in the data. We have image one. This image we selected through the experience editor directly, and we have a text. Like this is the text for the like rich text which we have added. So this is a data source item. So let me add a button. So in my previous header, I used appointment button. So like I'm using the same button, HTML in this. Okay, click on save. So now our new header is ready. So let's do one more thing on any of the page, like we have a home page. Okay, so let's select a new header and remove the old header and click on save. Okay, if I go to my website and refresh this, you see the header has been changed. There was some another icon is coming. So let me show you again. Maybe I think I'm if I add the old header, so you will be able to get the difference. We have this button as well, like in the old header. Or let's do one more thing. Create a new page. I'm going to create a different page. Insert page. Give it a name as product page. Okay. So on product page, what we can do is create a new page design, product, and on this page design, let's select our new header, save, and on this product page, we have an option to select the page design. So select the product on this page. Now on my site, let's try to open the product page of the products. Hmm. So you see, like we now this is the fresh page we have created, and on this page we only added this header as of now. So on page design, only one partial design is selected for header. So any questions till now in the header part, like how we can create the structure and add the components?
No.
Okay.
No.
So after that, like now let's create a new partial design for footer. Now open this in Experience Editor. So now we are going to create a footer. So add the components in the footer placeholder. Okay. Because if I add in the header again, now if I select both the partial designs, it will get conflict with each other and the components will messed up. So we need to, choose the placeholder correctly. So now like and the best practice is don't put the components directly in the footer. Firstly, add a container. If I don't want to split this placeholder in the columns, but still place header initially, sorry, place container initially, then in this container let me keep it as simple drop a rich text and save it. If you see over here, partial designs, new footer. Now we have an option to add a text, and now I show you simple copyright text we can use. And let's rename it correctly. Oh, rename, save it. if I renamed this, so make sure like on presentation details, we have these two components. So on which text, we need to browse it again because it is pointing to text one and select this. Now it will go to local data and copyright because icon has been changed. Save it, and for footer, for header as well, for new header, let's give it a proper name. So home, rename, and for image, give it a name as logo. Now on presentation details, final layout, on rich text, select the appointment button, and on image, select the logo. Click OK and save. So now on product page design, we need to add our footer as well. Save it. Now if I go to this page, refresh. So now you see like footer is also coming. So now we have header and footer ready. So we can add the components in between. So the basic agenda is like we have a lot of customization options as well, like the out of box features as well. Like if you see like this logo is don't taking any space on the top, it is taking it is with this aligned with this main section of Chrome window itself. So what we can do is if I go in this experience editor, yep, this is my header one. Refresh this. If I go to the container and edit the properties, so here we have a multiple checkboxes. Like if I want spacing indent top, if we can do that. Now it will take some add some space from the top. So we can do these type of things as well, like with the out of box style classes. So give it some space from the top. And for this button as well, select the container and its component properties. Check this checkbox, click OK. If we refresh this page, now it's coming better. So we are done with this header and footer. Now let's create a component or add a main section in between. So like any questions till now, or are we good?
Yes, Kanchan.
So now what you guys want? You want me to create the main section like I created header and footer, or you want like someone from you can tell me, then I will do the steps. So you can also remember. Maybe I think you remembered the steps which we did for header and footer. So tell me like if you guys are interested in doing like that, so you can tell me what I need to do, I will do.
Please do it for us.
Okay. So on partial design, insert a new partial design. So let's add a new partial design, name it as product detail. Open it in experience editor. Add page content. So what we can add now is, let's try to add promo. No, I'm doing wrong. Firstly, we need to add a container. Okay. In page structure, let's add a container. Now in this container, let me add promo. Let me create a promo data under this. Data source name will be promo. Okay. Let's save it for now. And if you see, we have a promo added. So, but promo component is like we can give some text, or let's try to edit it from here. So we can add any image. So let's insert an image. Which image should we pick? This is there is any small image. This is so we can add the content directly here. This is for link. So if you want to insert any link, let me link it to the product page. Learn more and save it. So what we did is we have added a promo component, and we have added this title and link for this component. Do one thing, let's create it more better way. So click on this tree again. So now I am on container. Let's add a hero banner as well before this component. How we can do that? We can go to the main placeholder. So now I am on main. So I want to add before this component. So I have to click on this add here and add a new container. Select the new container is added in the main section. So to add a banner, so simply what I can do is I can add an image directly in this container. Now to select the image, click on this first icon and select the banner image. So we have added banner. Then we have added a card component in which we have a title and link. Now let's add one more card at this position. So let's save till here. and see like how our changes are appearing on the front end. So once we are created with this product detail page partial design, we need to select this product detail, save it, refresh this product page. So you see like we have this header, then we have a banner image. After that we have a card which is coming with the title and link is going to the product page, like we pointed the product page only, so it is going on the same page. So now what we need to do is we need to add one more component on this position. So how we can do that? So simply go to the experience editor. So to add a component at this position, we need a container here. So to add a container, so we need to go on the main section. So this is a promo component. Click on this tree and we can select the main directly from this tree structure. Then click on add here because now I want to add a container after this component. So click on this add here and on page structure, select the container. The new container is added in the main section and the below one is the footer. So now we need to edit the component properties and make its width as 6 because this one is also in 6 width, like 50-50 component kind of, we can say that. Now we have a placeholder at this position. Okay, what we can do is we can click on add here, add one more promo component. We can select the existing data source as well, the same. Click on OK. Now a new card is added, and I think if I update, it will update both because we are using the same data source. Let's try to create separate. You see, like we are using a common data source. So to create a new data source, let me duplicate the existing one and promo. Refresh this page again. So let's point the promo to on this. So click on this tree icon. Now we are on promo component. Click on more, edit component properties. Select the promo to data source for this promo card. Click on OK. Now if I change text for this one, it will not impact the other card. Save this. Now if I go to the front end and refresh this page, so we have this like kind of a page ready with the header, footer, and the main section in which we have a banner. Then we have two cards. So in similar way, we can design our pages to experience a data. So we can add as many as components in the main section and like we can add many components in footer and header. But this is the architecture which we need to follow. So any questions till now?
No.
No.
Okay. So now what's next? So let's talk about this layout service. Now, if I open my product page ID, item ID is this. So now I have changed the item ID of my product page. We just have created. So if we see the details, of this page in the layout service, it will give me item path slash product. We have item name with product. Display name is also product. We have a title field and content field is blank. Navigation title is also product. And like these fields are from the context page itself. So if I show you in the Sitecore, on this page, we have a title field, content field is blank. We have this uh, page design, link in navigation. All these things are coming in this layout service. So in page designs, we have this name of display name is page product is the page design name. And on this page design, we have these partial designs selected 1, 2, and 3. You will get the IDs from here. So like one is for header, footer, and this one is the product detail which we have created. So then we have a database, device, item ID, all these details, layout ID, template name, through which this product page has been created with the page template. Then we have all the placeholder details, like on header, we have a component. So like these are the multiple components. We have container, we have styles, like we have checked this indent top checkbox. Grid parameters is also showing. So first container is of 2 column, equal to like we select the width as 2. Then in that placeholder, what we have is we have an image, and that image is coming from this data source. And these are the image parameters. Okay, and these are the fields like src of image. So if I open this, it will give me this logo image. Then we have a all text, width, height, target URL, all the parameters of this image we are getting in this layout service. Then we again have a container. In this container, width is called 8. Like we select the width as 8 because like we are putting a navigation component in this. Then we check this horizontal class and select the levels, filters, every like all the parameters attributes are coming in this service. So this is a kind of a JSON like which we are getting, which will give us all the details of our page, which components are added and in which sequence. So you must aware about how we can read this layout service. So you will be able to understand like how the components are created and structured in this layout service. So any questions in this like layout service, how we are getting the data and in which sequence and about the parameters?
No.
Okay. So now what we can do is let's do one thing. So right now I have selected this page design on the page level itself, like only for the product page. But if I go to the any other page like team page, let me try to open that team. I'm getting blank, like no data is present in this team page. So to set this page design on for all the items, like we discussed earlier, we have an option on the page design item in the content section. So we can map our page designs with the template. So right now we are having only page template. So all these items are created from the page template. So select the template in this drop list, and then here we have these page designs available like blog, home, product. So let's select product and save. Now all the pages will show this product page design data. So now if I refresh this team page, it will also started showing the same data which is present on the product page. So if we need to set any page design on all the similar kind of pages, so we can use this option. So basically it will be like main use case for this option is when we have a requirement of creating a blog detail pages, like where we have around 100 plus pages which will follow the same structure, but yeah, the data will not be same. So in that scenario we are not going to use the data source in this way. So right now we are fetching the data directly from this local item, but we are not doing that in those scenarios. We need to use the data source queries. So I think Preeti, you must be aware about data source queries.
N- No, Kanchan.
Okay, no issues. So like data source queries means like we have a queries in the data source, like we can use as for the template, right? We are when we are going to create a template, and if we have a multi-list field, we need to put a query uh, to select like from where the data should come. In similar way, we have a data source queries. Like if I put $site in this query, it will refer to the context site. So then we can map the data source from the queries instead of hard coding them, because if we hard code, it will pick the data always from a same location. So these are the things like we will be covering today, like the partial designs and the page designs and how we can create a page. And styles, we already discussed how we can create a custom style, and so we can create as many as styles we want. And like this is a class name which will come on that particular section. So as on our header, we used indent top. Let me show you. Where is that? Yep. So we use this indent top. So if you inspect on the front end side and view the HTML of this logo, you see this class is coming indent top. And because we selected the checkbox to give some spacing, if I remove this class, it will again stick with this top. So like in similar way, we can create multiple classes and add them through the checkboxes for our components. Then other than that, these are the page partial designs, how we can create pages. Uh, Next thing, we will be going to create a custom component. Uh, uh, so in that, like we are going to create a custom template, and by using that template, we will create our component and write some front-end logic for that. Right now, these are the out-of-box component. So if we are adding container, the backend thing is this, which will be running. These all things will be out of box. But here tomorrow we will be covering the custom component. So we will create a component from scratch, including this Next.js code as well. And yeah, I think that's all what I have to show today. Like the basic structure, how we can create a page, and the out-of-box components, how we can use. And tomorrow we will create a custom component. So if you guys have anything or you want to discuss, so we can discuss and talk on that. We have 5-10 minutes.
Hi, Kanchan, I have a question.
Mhm.
When we are getting the layout service,
Mm-hmm.
So we are passing two parameters, that is item ID and the second one is API key.
Uh-huh.
So I want
Yes.
to know that this key is same as what we created in the beginning of this website while we were creating rendering host and mapping the API key with it.
Yes, yes, that is same. So if you see this API key, we are using this ID
Yes.
129. Okay, if I show you in the site core, like we initially at the time of setup in settings services, we have created the API keys. So for this site, you see the same ID 1297F and with DBE2. So the
Okay.
same ID we need to pass in this layout service DBE2.
And how this concept of rendering this service layout works, like whenever we require, so we pass this parameter and get the whatever thing we want, or all these are corrected under any folder for every item in the site, like how these are stored.
Sorry, how these are stored?
Yes. So, as per requirement, if we require service layout for any particular item, so we pass this parameter, or this layout service is automatically created under any folder
No, no.
inside the site.
So no, no. So what this is not any item in the site code, or this is a kind of a API which will
Yeah.
give you the details of item in the
Okay.
form of JSON. So which item it is picking, we are giving the item ID here. Okay.
Okay.
And based on this item ID, it will give me all the details, like all the related details as well, which page design, which components are added on this page. So all the details I'm getting in this layout service. It is not, it is simply reading the data from Sitecore and showing us on the front end, because like the multiple scenarios you must aware about these things. I think we will cover. Let me show you on renderings. So what we have is class experience data. Yep. So if I show you any of the existing rendering, like promo, so on renderings we have a content resolvers. Uh, where is that? It rendering content resolver. So when we are going to create a custom rendering, then we can select the content resolver as well on that rendering. If let me see if I have not added. So like we have these content resolvers. So in Next.js application, we are simply reading the data, but like we are not going to write that logic like we are writing earlier in MVC. So we have these options like the content resolvers, which we can point on our rendering. So it is a backend thing. So if I select this context item children resolver, so what it will give me in the front end application is, so when I'm trying to access an item, then it will give me the child items as well. It will resolve like the context item and its children both. If I use context item resolver, it will resolve only the context item. If you want to resolve data source as well, data source item child resolver, so it will resolve the children of data source item as well. So these are the out of box content resolvers we have. So if we need to enter any form, Sitecore form resolver we have, data source resolver we have. So these are the content resolvers which we use to resolve any item like based on the requirements. So in that way, like we can use these resolvers, and based on these resolvers, our layout service will be generated.
Okay.
So once we are going to create a custom component, maybe tomorrow, then you will see like how we can fetch the data of any of the component, and after that, like we will after creating a custom component, we'll try to utilize the dictionary service as well. So there are two things. This is a layout service, and second one is the dictionary service. So if we need to consume dictionary service in our headless, so we will cover that dictionary topic as well once we are done with the custom component creation. Then we'll cover dictionary. So I think are you guys aware about dictionary, Sitecore dictionary, or you have used in any of your project?
No.
In MBC project, actually, I used to work on dictionaries, but I'm not sure if this is the same thing.
Yeah, this is the same thing, but now, in SXA and in headless, so the dictionary is at the site level. So I think I showed you earlier as well. So this is a dictionary. So for every site, we have a separate dictionary folder in every site. But I think earlier we used from this system dictionary.
Yes.
So maybe you were using this dictionary. So right now, Preeti, you're working on which site version, 10 or 9?
Actually, 10. I'm not working currently on Sitecore project I used to work on, but now I'm working on different technologies, not in Sitecore. So it's kind of for
Okay.
MVC regarding I know, but SXA JSS
So you
I
worked
never worked
earlier
on.
you worked earlier with Sitecore.
Yes, like for past 1.5 years I haven't worked on Sitecore.
Okay. So you moved out. And now on which technology you are working?
It's kind of actually I'm working on multiple projects, so it's kind of some different CMS like Contentful or Shopify,
Okay.
and SEO technologies also I'm working on. So it's multiple
Okay.
projects, like 3 to 4 projects I'm working on.
So you're working in a company or as a freelancer you are working
No,
currently?
no, no. I'm working on a company only, but
Okay.
it's like I'm on a managerial technical manager post, so I have to handle
Okay.
multiple projects.
Okay. Okay. Then it's fine. Okay. So as a manager you are learning this thing, but I don't think so you will be going to develop the site.
No, actually, I want development work. I just hate managerial work.
Okay. You are learning, you will see like how developers will give you the timelines and everything.
No, I'm also going to work on these things.
Okay, so there will be some future project or
Yes,
requirement with
yes.
site. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think then it's fine. Like, so like you can ask the questions like if you have any like in between as well, like related to any of the Sitecore SXA thing or headless thing, because you're also kind of a new, I can say, because not new, but because like you're not worked from last 1.5 or 2 years. So
Yes, but I kind of brushed up my knowledge on MV. So whatever I have worked on, I have already done that in my local machine.
okay, okay.
So for MVC, I'm quite good, but for
Hmm.
these things, I'm new.
It will also not take much time, as you see, like we have created a page. It will not take more than 30 minutes, right? So,
Yes.
so you can do it on, in SXA and in headless both. Try to create a page. If you are not going to create custom components initially, try to use the out-of-box components. Then you will get some idea about experience editor functionality because yeah, in MVC, we were not using the experience editor that much. But now we are dependent on
Yes.
experience editor only for adding the components, everything. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Kanchan, actually, I'm trying to install for SXA. I'm good. The installation was fully done, but for JSS, I'm stuck in between. I'm trying to resolve those issues.
mhm.
But by tomorrow, if I won't be able to resolve the issue, so I will be needing your help on that.
Okay, what you can do is you can share me the screenshot of your issue which you're getting in this
Yeah, sure.
same group, or I think if you don't have access, we can create a Teams group for like all of members. So in that group, we can communicate the issues and
Yeah,
everything.
actually, that would be good if it will be, I mean, common group. I don't think
Hmm.
will be able to send message on this every time.
Okay. Okay, let me try to. I will create a common group. Let me see if I can do it right now. Let me. And what's your IDs? I need to see if I can get. Can you
I
guys ping
think
your Gmail
everyone is.
ID? I think I'm not able to see the Gmail IDs. You can ping in this chat window, I think,
Okay.
if you're getting access. Teams. I think you're directly joining from that link, right? You don't have that Teams.
Yes, I have to set up it. I'll do it.
Okay. Try to it. And Umesh and Raju, like if you guys also want to join that group, you can share your Teams ID. Maybe if you have, I can add you as well. Okay, so I think you guys need to join the Teams from this ID, then you guys will be able to see and message in this group.
Okay, Kanchan, thank you.
Hmm. Okay, like if we don't have anything, let's close this call. Let's connect tomorrow. Okay,
Okay,
thank you
Okay.
everyone. Yes,
thank
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 you.
you.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.